Hey guys, WalterFootball.com video here. Going to review a 2025 fantasy football draft that I just did today. A different approach, so I thought it would be interesting to look at it. And then I'm going to review some of the other picks that other teams made and kind of make fun of the bad picks as usual. So before we get into that, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store. Subscribing would be the best because we're almost at 5,000 subs. We're a fairly new channel, so I would love to get to 5,000 subs by the beginning of the season. Also, visit walterfootball.com for tons of content. We have lots of free content on the site. Actually, the entire site's free. We have fantasy football rankings, sleepers, busts, NFL picks against the spread come the fall, NFL mock drafts for 2026 and 2027 pretty soon, and then lots of other content. Like we grade every signing, we grade every trade. Yeah, like I said, it's all free at walterfootball.com, so check that out if you want to support us. But yeah, let's get right into it. So I had the 9th pick here. I have not drafted Christian McCaffrey yet. He was going early round 2 about like a month ago, and there have been some positive reports coming out of 49ers camp saying that he looks completely healthy. We'll see. The Niners have lied to us in the past, but actions speak louder than the words. And this offseason, the Niners got rid of Elijah Mitchell and Jordan Mason, and they only replaced them with a mid-round pick at running back. So it seems like they believe that McCaffrey's healthy and, he has insane upside. And given that I had not drafted him, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to draft him at 109. And, at that area, I like some of the receivers, but McCaffrey definitely has more upside than them. At 204, I took Ladd McConkey. I love Ladd McConkey. Great rookie year. Should be even better now that he has more chemistry with Justin Herbert. So he's going to be great. At 309, I took Jaden Daniels. So this is another player I hadn't drafted yet. Ideally, I would like him like mid-round 4, but at that area, there were just players I didn't want. So right after that, you had Kyron Williams, who lost his left tackle. Devontae Adams is old. Tyreek Hill is old. Mike Evans is old. Breece Hall, he's not going to catch as many passes this year. And then you get to the Cortland Suttons and DK Metcalfs, which I thought I could get at 404 anyway. So I just thought, hey, why not? And really, it was brutal because the previous 5 picks, I all wanted them. I had them marked down: Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Terry McLaurin, Jackson Smith, and Jigbo Chase Brown. I had them all starred here, and they went back to back to back to back to back. And so I was kind of caught off guard a little bit. So I went with Jaden Daniels. I don't love the pick, but I think he's fine. Then with triple receiver after that, the one that stood out to me is Travis Hunter. Again, another player I haven't really drafted. I've taken him like once or twice, but he's been going round 4, which I don't like. But round 5, especially toward the latter stages of round 5, I think is a pretty decent deal for him. Obviously, he's the number 2 in Jacksonville, so there is some slight curb upside, but I think there's a chance that he could also go nuts. So I don't know. I just don't know what to make of him. Obviously, we haven't seen a player like him in this era. So we really don't know what to expect, but I think that he has a lot of potential. I'm not crazy about the pick. Again, like I wanted players like, Kenneth Walker, I wanted players like Joe Mixon, who went right before that. I wanted Zay Flowers, Chuba Hubbard, Jalen Hurts. All those guys went early in round 5. Anyway, so after that, I went Isaiah Pacheco, round 7. I think he's going to have a bounce back year. Ricky Pearsall, who was my number 1 sleeper last year until he got shot. I like him a lot this year. So I have 2 Niners. And at 909, I thought I would take another quarterback in Brock Purdy, but he went 3 picks earlier. So I was forced into taking Mark Andrews, and then drafted some running backs after that with Zach Charbonnet, Rashad White, and Tyler Algier as just high upside guys, backups on their teams right now. But, an injury could turn them into RB2s. Trevor Lawrence was the 1 pick in between. I had Travis Hunter and needed a second quarterback, so Trevor Lawrence was a natural pairing. After that, Cedric Tillman, who I like a lot. He's the receiver 2 in Cleveland. Will Shipley, who has insane upside, round 15. And then Anthony Richardson, round 16. Richardson has been falling. He used to go around 13, 14. So we're getting at him at some value here. And then some late guys, Theo Johnson, Tyler Higbee, a tight end. Kyle Monangai, who's a rookie. He's looking pretty good. and then Deontay Thornton, who has insane upside at receiver. All right, so let's talk about some picks I did not like in each round. In round one, I still think Ashton Jeanty is going way too early at 107. He's got great talent, obviously, but we recently heard Pete Carroll refer to Jeanty and Raheem Morris as lightning and thunder. This guy's an old school coach. I don't know if he's going to want to give his rookie running back all the work right away. And I think maybe late in the year that'll change. But the first 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, I think Jeanty owners are going to be a little frustrated with Mostert and also Pete Carroll's decision making. So I don't like that. I'm more comfortable with Jeanty at 204, 205, not 107. I think that's way too early for him. Round two, why is Trey McBride going 5 picks later than Brock Bowers? There should definitely be at least a 1 round gap, maybe even 2. I don't like McBride. I don't even like McBride in the 3rd round. So 212, I don't know what he's doing there. I think that's insane. Round 3. Look at the final pick there, Tyreek Hill. It's a lot of issues. Tyreek Hill is getting older. He lost a step last year. The offensive line sucks, so Tua can't go deep to him as often. And in fact, Tua said that he's working to get the ball out quicker, which is bad news for Hill. Also, Hill could be in jail, so there's that. A lot of problems with Hill. Round 4, we have some other old receivers, like Mike Evans. I think it's a touch too early for Mike Evans. But the worst pick is Tedero McMillan at 408. This guy said he doesn't love football. He's a rookie. He's playing with a bad quarterback. It's just hard to love him. Maybe he's going to have some big games, I'm sure, but overall, just not a big fan of him in round 4. If he was going round 6 or 7, I'd have some interest. Round 4 seems insanely early. In round 5, I think RJ Harvey is still way too early. J.K. Dobbins was signed. I suspect Dobbins is going to get some of the early down work as well as the 3rd down work. Harvey's going to have to be mixed in. He's not a great prospect. I compared him to Miles Sanders, who had some good moments. I think Harvey will have some good moments too, but overall, just not a great runner because he does a lot of dancing behind the scrimmage. Doesn't hit the hole at all. In round 6, I don't hate the player, Patrick Mahomes at 6'11", but if you're this guy, T Bologna, whatever his name is, the guy who drafted 2nd. If you took Joe Burrow 4'11", why are you taking Patrick Mahomes at 6'11"? That makes no sense. He took Mahomes as his 2nd quarterback before he took his 2nd receiver. That is just stupidity. There's no reason to do that. It's just a horrible move. You take Joe Burrow early. You don't need another quarterback for at least 6 rounds. Even Kyler Murray at 8'11" is a little too early. Even if you love Kyler Murray, I would try to wait till 10-11, 11-02 to take a 2nd quarterback if you take one that early. Unless you're getting insane value, which he's not with Mahomes or Murray for that matter. Round 7, I think Stephon Diggs looks terrible at 7-12. It sounds like he's not going to be able to play until week 4 or week 5. He's coming off the 20 ACL. He's an older player, and he plays in a run-first offense. So lots going against Stephon Diggs. And a couple picks later, Cooper Kupp, 802. That's easily the worst pick in the 8th round. I wouldn't take Cooper Kupp in the 12th round. He is washed up. He's now playing for the first time without Sean McVay and for the first time without Matthew Stafford or Jared Goff. He's playing with Sam Darnold, who won't have Justin Jefferson this year, and he won't have Kevin O'Connell's coaching. It just feels like a huge downgrade for Cooper Kupp, who looked extremely washed up at the end of last year. The same team took Cam Scatterbo round 9. Cam Scatterbo currently the 3rd running back on the Giants. I think if Scatterbo were going round 12, round 13, I would have interest. Round 9 is just insanely early. There's really no reason to do that. Round 10, Travis Etienne at 10:09 seems wrong. There's a chance Etienne may start, but I think it's more likely that he's going to be traded. And I think that Jacksonville's going to have a 3-man committee. I think it's going to be Etienne, Tank Bigsby, and or as Kenny refers to him as Mr. Cartavius, and then you have Bashal Tutin to round out that running back core. I don't think any of those guys really stand out. I think Bigsby is probably the best of the 3, but we don't really know what Liam Cohen's going to do. And Liam Cohen, he utilized multiple running backs in Tampa, so I think you're going to see that. I just don't really see the upside with Etienne, who's just not a good player. And we'll do 2 more rounds. Round 11. As far as the worst pick here, probably I would say is either Marvin Mims or Jalen McMillan. I'll say Mims. Mims had a couple of great games to close out the year last year, but the Broncos drafted Pat Bryant in the 3rd round. I think he's going to be the receiver 2 there. And Mims is he's small. He's a small receiver, which Sean Payton doesn't like. Sean Payton loves big receivers, and I think that him drafting Pat Bryant in the third round kind of spoke volumes about what he thinks about Marvin Mims. And then round 12, you can mark down a couple of bad picks. The pick that stands out to me is Tua Tagovailoa at 1201. I don't see him staying healthy. That offensive line stinks. Yeah, he's gonna have some good games when he's healthy, but just feels like Tua is just on a downward trajectory, and I just don't really like him. And the other issue that this Bryce Danielson guy who's drafting 12th did, he took Tua as well as Justin Herbert. They both have week 12 buys. You can't do that, especially in best ball. You can't draft quarterbacks with the same buys, because what's going to happen here, week 12 is going to roll around. He's only going to have Drake May. Well, what if Drake May is injured? He's not going to have any options for week 12, and he's going to take a 0. So it's a big problem. You need to make sure your quarterbacks and your tight ends have different bye weeks. Otherwise, you're going to have a really bad situation. So that is our fantasy football draft review. Let us know what you think about this draft. Did I draft a good team? Not like a huge fan of this one. I think I've drafted better, but I think it's a solid team. And tell me what other bad picks you see. Otherwise, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store, and please visit walterfootball.com. And once again, please subscribe. We'd love to get to 5,000 subs before the start of the season. So, all right, guys, hope you have a great night, and I will talk to you in the next video.